Sam Zhao is a professor and executive director of the Center for China-U.S. Cooperation at the University of Denver. My colleague Gerald asked him whether he sees any possibility of easing the current trade friction.
This is a big issue for the new administration to deal with. I don't think they will lift all the tariffs which put on by the Trump administration. They might use that as a bargaining chip, try to work with China on some other issues, including the trade issue. The tariffs have not been effective. It has not reduced the trade deficit, has not brought back the manufacturers to the U.S. I think the Biden administration understands that very well. So they want to work with China to reduce those deficits and also try to level the ground. But for the Joe Biden administration, I think the more important issue here is the rules of the trade, rules guiding the relationship. So they try to build rules-based relationship. So China will follow the rules, then we can work together. And also the Trump administration deal with China in the trade issue mostly in a bilateral way. And the Joe Biden administration might work with the multilateral institutions like the WTO and also working with other countries which also had problems with China in the trade front. So the trade issue will continue to be a problem between these two countries, but will be dealt in somehow different way. So the negotiation will continue, but in a different direction. That's what I see it.
Right. Now, Professor, we've also seen the Trump administration targeting the tech industry, Huawei, TikTok, WeChat. Any sense of whether this will all persist under Biden?
I think they will continue for sure. I don't think it will go so-called decoupling of the technology, but the U.S. Would take advantage of its technology position to advance, to strengthen its position to compete with China. Although I don't think the new administration would do the same thing as the Trump administration tried to catch all those spies, but to protect American intellectual property and to strengthen U.S. technology companies' competitive position would be still a very important issue. Here, another issue I think I want to mention that is industrial policy, because for quite a while, the U.S. side has not interested in those kind of industrial policy, which is a very Asian type, China, Japan, and other Asian countries. But U.S. now, I think since Trump started those kind of industrial policy, try to protect some of U.S. Industries, U.S. Companies in a competition with the foreign companies with the support of the state. So that is a new development. I think the relationship in China, U.S. would have to face. I don't think the Joe Biden administration would give up that. In fact, I just read an article by the Hillary Clinton in the Foreign Affairs talking about how U.S. now should strengthen its industrial policy in order to advance its competitive power in the relationship with China and also with other countries. So I think tech competition and also protection of the U.S. companies in the global competition will be a very important and a very new issue for China to deal with. It's not a new issue, but some issue China has to deal with even Joe Biden administration comes to office.